What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? Yes, I am back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge. I got my road dog with me, my guy Mace. What up, Mace?
Hey, baby. It's hump day, baby. Been listening to Bobby Brown all day. I listen to Bobby Brown every Wednesday. So it's up, baby. It's up.
How you been, bro? Been a
Hey,
minute.
man. Hey, it's rough out here for all band dads. All band dads, I feel your pain, baby. It's rough, baby. It's rough, baby. We gonna make it, baby. We gonna make it. We gonna make it.
Yeah, dog. I feel you, man. And, bro, this covering multiple sports, dog. I'm looking for applications right now, dog. I cover sports, bro, because it's rough out. Driving a flowery branch in the morning and
Hey, man.
fighting traffic, but this is worth it. But this is a lot.
I mean, it's tough, but this what we do. It's crazy.
That's what they don't understand it.
College football kickoff this weekend. So got college, got WNBA, NFL. Yeah, man, it's rough out here.
Here's the funny thing: I panicked because I thought the game was at Georgia Tech at Bobby Dodd.
No,
I
it's in
forgot it was
Ireland, dog.
Yeah, I forgot. I panicked. I got a fantasy draft coming up Saturday. I'm like, oh Lord, what am I do? Yeah, I was panicking, bro.
Man, that thing in Ireland, my boy.
But hey, man, it's glad, like you said, it's a blessing to do this.
Man. So, oh yeah.
We definitely not complaining. But hey, man, we got a good show. We got a lot to talk about today, man. We talking truth, man. It's about the truth. We gonna tell the truth. Shame the devil. Yeah, we we got to get into this college football because we really got to tell the truth on this, to see what happens and see how we gonna fit in and everything. So we're gonna really get into the AP rankings. AP rankings came out, whatever. I guess the preseason AP rankings, but still, I want to make sure we want to talk about and make sure that if we agree, if they telling the truth, like I said. And then we got NFL training camp, a lot going on in NFL training camp. We got Matthew Judon and Justin Simmons. I don't know if y'all heard, but they joined the Atlanta Falcons. So we're going to see if that's really going to help them, how much it will bolster this team. Also, which rookie quarterback has made us feel comfortable to trust them during the regular season? I mean, and I'm not going to lie, it's been a lot of good play by the rookie quarterbacks, like all of them. Honestly, they've all played well. Even Drake May, he's played pretty well. So we're going to get into that. Also, we're going to talk about fantasy football, man. Like I mentioned earlier, fantasy football is back as drafts are started. Draft probably have started. I don't start mine until this weekend, so I'm excited. I think I'm in 7 leagues this year. I think last also, here we go. Also, I think StreamYard tripping, y'all. Also, we are talking WNBA, man. Like Maceo stated, WNBA, the Atlanta Dream, they started off on a right foot. They're not playing like they were playing before the break. So we got to get into that. And then I think one of the biggest, of course, Caitlin Angel. That's all we talk about WNBA. But like, has Caitlin took over the Rookie of the Year candidate as far as being the number one person in that race? Because at one point, remember, it was Angel Reese, but it seemed like all of a sudden Caitlin is, I don't know, Caitlin looking good right now. So we're gonna see what Caitlin do and what Angel Reese see if who can maintain this. But it looks like it's about to be a race until they get to the end. And then we're talking MLB baseball. Mace is back. Mace, boy, I don't know. Braves need prayer. They need Jesus.
Just not the year, dog. It's not the year, baby.
It's just everything just going wrong. But
This ain't gonna happen, dog. This ain't gonna happen this year.
we got to let it go. We're gonna get into that. Then we got Dr. Fowler coming in with injury report. Around this time, of course, we do injury reports, but also we pair it with fantasy football, man. A lot of people playing fantasy football, so this is where you want to get the news of
drafts on deck. Drafts on deck.
Who should play, if the injury is going to affect them or not. So you'll definitely love this, man. So and if your family and friends want to listen, if you want to share it, you're listening to it on the 3 Point Conversion Facebook page. You can also go to the 3 Point Conversion YouTube channel as well. All right, man. Let's get to these quick hits. First off, man, Mace, your boy, Bo Nix,
not my
has
boy,
been named the starter in Denver.
Yeah.
What you think, man?
Dude, I kind of owe Bo Nix an apology. But at the same time, I mean, nobody has played more college football than this guy. Nobody has. He's got more reps than anybody coming into the freaking NFL in a long time. So you look at that roster. Zach, trash. But not trash. I apologize, y'all. He in the NFL. He's not trash, but he's not very good. Jarrett Stidham is Jarrett Stidham. You drafted Bo Nix in the first round. Again, nobody's played more football than him, and you have a quote unquote quarterback whisperer in his head coach and Sean Payton. So, I mean, it's kind of like the writing was on the wall. I don't see why this is really big news. I mean, he should have won that job. Again, I can't even remember what's Zach's last name? They're from the Jets.
Zach, I can't remember the joker name.
See what I'm saying? He was number 2. He was number 2 pick overall, and we can't even remember his last name no more.
Yeah, that's messed up, dog.
Yeah, we just know he like older ladies. He's a MILF hunter. Once upon a time. But nah, man, shout out to Bo Nix, man. He was a first round draft pick, dog. This is who Sean Payton targeted. This is who Sean Payton wanted.
Zach Wilson, dog.
Zach Wilson, appreciate that, Twan. Man, that's how sorry Zach Wilson is, man. Like,
yeah, man.
Listen, somebody should get fired about that.
I will say, and we'll get into this later on. Bo Nixon looked good in the preseason, though. I will say that he started off slow the first game, but picked it up in the first game, and then he played well last game. So, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie, Mace. I knew. I wasn't saying that he was going to be horrible. I thought he was going to do pretty well. The only thing with him is the fact that he don't have, like we all said, his room for growth. The ceiling is not that high. Yeah. But he's already, since he's played till he was 29 years old in college, he's playing well though. You know what I'm saying? So he can play the game. He could be a quarterback. It's just we didn't think his ceiling was that high. I think that was the biggest thing with Bo.
I think this is the crazy part about when we talk about quarterbacks. You can be serviceable and already be at your ceiling, but can you make those explosive plays?
Right.
The difference between your Mahomes and those elite quarterbacks, they can make the explosive plays with their arm.
Right.
If you have to be methodical, teams just gonna catch up to that. But he does bring Bo Nix. He does bring an element with his legs. I mean, he can do some stuff with his legs. He can sustain drives. I mean, it's gonna be intriguing. I mean, I don't like his. I mean, the cast is not the best. I mean, Cortland Sutton. I mean, he's the wide receiver one. I mean, big possession guy. Yeah. But I mean, Sean Payton is supposed to be this guru. We're gonna see if Sean Payton is the guru that he say he is. So,
but this is handpicked by Payton, so we'll, like you said, we'll see.
This is his guy. So we about to find out.
Yep. Moving on Anthony Edwards came out, boy, these young jokers here, said that nobody, and I'm not, you know what? Oh, let me say what he said. Now I'll say what I need to say. Anthony Edwards came out and said that nobody had skill back in the day. They asked him about skill set today versus yesteryear, and he said nobody had skill back in old school NBA except for Michael Jordan. That's why when Kobe came around, everybody was like, "Oh my God!" But now everyone has skills. All right, so let me say this: because you young, you want to say, all right, bro, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You young, you didn't know. And he did say, I didn't really watch it. He said that first. So give him that. But then you don't have to say that out loud. Like it's like my mother always taught me, it's certain stuff. My grandma taught me too. You don't say stuff out loud, son. You know what I'm saying? You say that in the house. You don't say that out loud. Now you got Isaiah Thomas coming out tweeting, and Lord knows who else gonna come out, bro. Just chill, dog. Just chill. Yeah, the disrespect will. I'm with you, dog. Just chill.
So I look at it like this because I do know Ant. And I knew where he grew up. I mean, he grew up in my neighborhood. He Adamsville. He's an Adamsville kid. He he grew up in a neighborhood where and just look at all of Ant Instagram. Follow all his posts.
Mm-hmm.
Ant just once you put a mic in Ant face, Ant just gonna give you a show.
Yeah, he is.
He's gonna give you a show. And I know his uncles, I know the guys who raised him. Ant is he kind of a comedian,
mm-hmm.
and what he's always looking to do, he's a clickbait kind of guy.
He gets it.
When somebody, when you need a crazy quote, and think about this, at the Olympics, pretty much every time they did an interview or anytime it was some candid stuff, it was Ant.
It was Ant.
Because this is just who he is. Like, he's gonna say, you got to take everything Ant say with a grain of salt. And because I know his uncles and they raised him to be a historian of the game, he was just out there running his mouth.
Hey,
he just talking.
I'm gonna tell you, because the Olympics, when they were talking about the ping pong, and he was like, "Who can beat me when they can't?"
No, man, think about this. When you talk about swimming, is he the best swimmer on the team?
Right. And you see, they kept baiting him too, and he loved it. Like I said, but look, that's why I say he gets it, dog. He gets it.
Oh, he gets it, and
he gets it.
Everybody's gonna talk about it, like they were. Mm-hmm. And again, Ant ain't said nothing else about it because Ant, I'm telling you, Ant got uncles who, like, if you were to sit down and talk hoops with them, you'd be like, okay, that's why Ant game like that. That's why Ant does this and that. Dog, he got some OG uncles. So whenever I hear Ant say stuff, people will tag him in. I ain't even respond because I like, dog, you got to know Ant.
Yeah.
And again, just go back to his social media. He tell you he the best baseball player ever. Yep. He the best football player ever. Like you say, the ping pong Olympic team standing right next to him, and he was like, he'll take all of them. That's just Ant. Ant the type of guy, if he gonna always ask you first, what you bench? Whatever you bench, he bench 5 pounds more than you. All the time.
Right.
Your 40 time, what you running for?
Right.
If you say 4.2, Ant gonna say 4.1.
Yeah.
If you say 3.9, he gonna say 3.7. He's always gonna come out on top.
Yeah, man. So
that's him.
That's him. That's who he is. He's always been like that since he came, with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
So, have you been watching Hard Knocks?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so, and this is my team, Bears all day. I will say this, especially the first 2 shows, and I get it. Caleb is the main focus. That's who you want. That's who you want to talk about. But I miss Hard Knocks, and they did it more last episode, where we gotta feature the main guy, But then it's sometimes where, okay, let's go somewhere else. Let's not make it too much about, because then it start getting boring. Because it's like, I mean, he's a cool guy and he's kind of funny, but still, he has a personality. Now, this, hence, this is Ant. It'd be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, and that's, Caleb has a personality. He does. You know, you love it. But I'm glad this last episode they made it about, you know, everybody else. But yo, my guy Reed, the 4th-string quarterback, Reed, the rookie quarterback, came in and saying to what's her name? What's her name?
He did what's called song.
God, I can't think of her name. She had I'm looking dead at it. She had a reality show.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole, saying to Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
The crazy part was not only he was singing, Badgett, the backup quarterback, he was singing it.
Dude.
Caleb, like everybody was singing that song.
Yeah, the performance have been pretty good. Roma Doomsday performance kind of sucked. He was off beat. But
yeah, he was. You
know, so I hadn't been a fan of Hard Knocks for a long time. I've said, especially once they kind of start giving teams final edit and all that stuff, it's never gonna be the way it started.
Right.
Now, the GM when they did with New York kind of really brought me back.
Yes,
but I was intrigued to just see the Bears because, like, say, a lot of personalities. Like, say, Keenan Allen is like one of my favorite receivers in the game. He's just one of them dudes you want to keep a microphone on. You know, DJ Moore, he a little quirky. Caleb, but I mean, they really do need to do away with this show. I mean, Hard Knocks has ran its course only because every team on either their social media or their YouTube, they kind of do their own like realistic version of what's going on day by day. Right. So that's why it's kind of like you watch it, you like, I mean, I'm gonna get more on the team's social media site. Yeah. So I mean, it's football. I'm gonna watch it.
But you know, because when Baltimore started with it, it was brand new.
Yeah, it was real.
You had characters with Goose and Shannon Sharp. It was characters with that. But then, to me, they didn't focus so much on Ray Lewis.
Well, Ray would just be the murder trial, so they would try to keep the camera all off Ray.
That's true too.
He was fresh off murder trial.
That's true. You're right about that. But you had to keep it on Goose and Shannon.
Not a lot of Ray.
You had to keep it on Goose and Shannon for a bit, but you saw the rookies battling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had stories. So it was like, man, can he make it? What is he going to do? To me, that's when Hard Knocks was at his best because you followed stories. You were rooting for a guy to make the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hoping he would make. Now it's just about the stars. That's why I say, to me, it's just too much about the stars. You know? I don't.
I agree with that too.
It's not like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, but it is a little bit entertaining. Like you said, after the Giants, that was more intriguing because you didn't know what was going on. I think that was very good. You know, just wonder how long it's gonna last because I know that's gonna burn some bridges between players and GMs. And where they was talking about Daniel Jones, like
they weren't lying.
They weren't lying, but still, you had to put me on Front Street, dogs. Come on, man. You know, I look like a sucker. You talking about me, and I'm still playing for the team, like. But yeah, man. But anyway, all right, man. That wraps up.
They weren't lying.
Yeah, hey, what? So look, man, college football, Mace. You know you love college football as well. I want to talk about these AP rankings, bro, because they came out and they've been out, but still, I want to know, especially the top 5. And if y'all don't know, I'm about to read it to y'all. Top 5, we got Georgia, number 1. We got Ohio State, number 2. Oregon, number 3. Texas, number 4. And Alabama, number 5. And we'll just say number 6. Yeah, Ole Miss, number 6. Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
You understand it?
Yeah. Yeah, simply because, I mean, and I'm full disclaimer, you guys are gonna hate having 12 teams in the college football playoff, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. You have the usual stuff every year, really and truly. It's only three teams, maybe three teams for sure that can win the national championship. It's always gonna be Georgia. It's always gonna be Ohio State. It's always gonna be Alabama. Now Michigan kind of, they snuck in there last year. We probably won't hear from them ever again. But as long as you got a mix of Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, and this simply comes back to simple recruiting. Every year, the top 3 recruiting classes are going to be Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. Those 3 out-recruit everybody in the country. Everybody. I don't care what teams do in the transfer portal. You're going to get a guy here, a guy there. These 3 programs, better than anybody in America, they develop the talent. And that's what people don't understand when we're like, why it's always these teams? These teams develop the talent. They'll get a transfer here and there, but for the most part, they bring in a freshman class. They develop their freshman class. And by the time those guys are juniors and seniors, they first-round draft picks, the second-round draft picks, they go dominate the combine. They're littered through NFL rosters. You can't pick an NFL roster. It's not 2 Georgia guys, 2 Ohio State guys, 2 Alabama guys every year religiously. So never shocked when those guys are in the top. Now, I'm shocked about Oregon, simply because, and they probably put Oregon there because of Dylan Gabriel. He transferred from Oklahoma to Oregon, but he's not that good. I mean,
then that was my thing. Just with
he's not that good.
Oregon. I mean, now you see what's the coach's name at Oregon?
Dan Lanning.
Lanning. You see what Lanning is building there. I mean, you see the culture he was building in Oregon.
Yeah.
They still can get over the top, but still, just tell by the culture. They lost a lot. I mean, they did, but still, you saw the culture. You saw how he won his team to play.
Right.
Physicality. They don't play like a Pac-12 team.
They don't. Team. But their problem is going to be they're never going to be able to get the size that a Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State get. So when they run up against those teams like we saw last year when they opened the season against Georgia, I mean, Georgia just rolled them. It's like physically in the trenches. And again, Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia, their O-line and D-lines are so massive. Like when you see Georgia show up, when you see Alabama show up, they look like NFL teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Georgia played Georgia Tech last year, just the disparity in size. Like
it just didn't look right.
We just looking at warm up, and you just like,
right?
You just don't have the size. Those 3 schools, just like all the offensive linemen, 330, 320. You got other school 285, 290. Like these 3 schools just gonna lean on you for 4 quarters. Dabo had that secret sauce once upon a time, but he don't like transfer portal and he don't believe in NIL. So now Clemson has fell back to the pack.
So that brings me to the next question, because I wonder if these teams move into different conferences now, will that change it just even a little bit now? Because now you're thinking about TV time, you're thinking about you're playing in the SEC now, or you're playing the Big 12. Like, I mean, yes, Pac-12, even when it was Pac-10, it was, but all we knew was basically USC, maybe UCLA, and who else? That would be it, teams sprinkled in, whatever. But now you got these teams in the Big 10, got these teams and in the Big 12, SEC.
Yeah.
I just wonder if that would change some now, as far as because they'll be seeing some of these teams play a little bit more in their, I want to say district, but in their I guess I could say district or in the area,
conference in the region,
conference and all of that. You're right. So do you think that's going to change a little bit?
A little, not much, only because you can get all the skill guys you want. It's the trenches that are the difference. And when Oregon and Florida State and Notre Dame, all these teams, when they can't get these 330-pound linemen like all across the board, offensively and defensively, it's just gonna be hard for them to line up and physically be able to compete with these teams, with the big three. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you're gonna get a flashy wide receiver, you're gonna get a DB, you might even land a quarterback, but it's the trenches that are the difference between your Georgias, your Alabamas, and your Ohio State. So until you close the gap in the trenches, it's just gonna be hard to compete with those guys.
Now, when Antoine asks us, he beat us to it, but this is the question I was going to, of course, bring up. Now the fact that Saban's not in Alabama, how would that change the landscape of Alabama and then all these other players going to other teams? Because, of course, I mean, it's still Alabama, but we know Saban was a reason. It's like Calipari. Wherever Calipari goes, I don't care. He's going to get the top guard in the nation coming up there because you're going to be number one. You're going to be lottery pick. So now with Nick gone, does it change that? And look at it like this. Like I said, you got these other teams going to the SEC and all of that. I mean, I don't think it was only right that Texas went there, but at the same time, it's like, why y'all could have left Texas where they were. That's not right, dog. Y'all, it's not fair now.
The rich get rich, dog. The rich get rich.
Either or, now will some of those guys go to somebody who can recruit, like a Dion, like a Lanning, or these certain teams is coming up now.
Yeah.
What will they go ahead and say? Hey, you know what? We're not going to go to Alabama. And honestly, what would dictate it is, I believe, is how well Alabama plays this year.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I got 3 partners whose sons are enrolled at Alabama who played. They played for Nick. Nick recruited them, and they're there with Kalen DeBoer. I'm just starting with Kalen DeBoer. Look at everywhere Kalen DeBoer has been. He's won. Look what he did at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
To think that he can't do that at Alabama, where he has more resources, more athletes, more money.
True.
Dude, Alabama going to be right there in the mix. I mean, just look at the recruiting class he just brought in. And look at the commitments he got for 2025 already. He got the 2 top running backs committed. He got a 5-star corner. He got like 4 or 5-star offensive linemen. And look, y'all know I don't believe in stars. But when you're winning the recruiting battle against Georgia, Ohio State, all these kids got the same top 5. Georgia, Ohio State, LSU, blah, 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 blah. For these kids to be committing to Alabama, it speaks to DeBoer. And I'm going to just tell you 2 different dads who they played, let's say Saban recruited them, but they're under DeBoer now. Their exact words were like, the kids at Alabama now are playing with more freedom. Because Nick was just, DeBoer is the same way, but DeBoer is allowing them more freedom. And if you just look at, what's the quarterback name? Number 4, Jalen Milroe.
Yeah, Milroe for Alabama.
If you just watch how Milroe handled just off the field, having to be just structured, and he seems so much more relaxed now. He's having more fun, and now the boys almost kind of like giving him the keys to the offense, which is gonna let him play with more confidence. I mean, he
Right.
already a freaky athlete. We saw what he did last year. I mean, he led them
Yeah.
national championship.
Yeah.
Now you have a true offensive coach. Because say what you want, Nick. I mean, he had Sarkisian, he had Kiffin, but he
Yeah.
still kind of rolled down on them. The boy is an offensive guy, so the offense is gonna be even better. So,
Yeah. And and we'll end it, but like he said, Bama doesn't have the draw that will save it anymore. Yeah, but like as we were
I
saying,
don't know.
I agree with Mace because,
It's
like you
still
said,
Alabama.
man, it's still Alabama, and then
still
you just
Alabama.
brought somebody. You brought somebody who was in the national championship, or they were in the national. Yeah, they was in the national championship. No,
Yeah, they played for the Natty. It's
they
still
played for the
Alabama.
Natty. Yeah, because they beat Alabama. Yeah, so somebody that was in the national championship. That's like, and I don't know if you heard Court, but like he said, that's a good point. They're playing with so much freedom now. Especially somebody like a Milrow, like that's
bro.
That's gonna be big, bro. Like,
dude,
so
that Georgia Alabama game in September is going to be fire.
Yeah, where is that at? Alabama.
It's in Alabama.
Okay,
it's in Tuscaloosa.
I ain't gonna go. But all right, man. So let's stick with football, bro. So with this NFL training camp, we saw Atlanta Falcons make two big moves.
Oh yeah,
big moves. Terry
and the city going crazy. The city calling Super Bowl
already.
The city calling Super Bowl.
But Terry, man, they had they signed Justin Simmons, the safety, and then they signed my guy Matthew Judon from New England.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and what was cool about that was not Terry, but both guys talked about why they came, and Simmons in particular, because he talked about the fact that they set up a meeting with the players. Terry didn't come. Terry talked to him over the phone, but they set up a meeting with the players, and so the players. He said Jesse Bates was the one that was like, "Look, this is why you should come. This is what is real, bro." He asked him like, "Is it? Should we go?" And currently roll for that. But but yeah, man. They're saying like, "Hey, this is it. We're building something here." Like, we truly, like I said, and I think the reason why they speak to that is definitely because of Raheem. Raheem has changed the culture. That's still the main talk. So, and Simmons said, "Hey, man, I'd rather come to a team," which was interesting. He said, I asked him to elaborate on it. He would rather come to a team that's building something. That's trying to get to the next stage versus a team that's always getting to the playoffs. They're a contender already. I'm like, okay, because he said he wanted to feel that. He wanted to be a part of that because that's how he feels. He has a hunger. He want to play with some teams, players that have that same hunger. So I'm going to ask you, is this, I'm not saying Super Bowl, but how much does this boast of this team?
The two things after the draft that everybody talked about. You still need to bolster the secondary. You got to go get a pass rusher. How you don't have a pass rusher? Simmons, now you have the best two safeties in the league in the same backfield. You hadn't had a pass rusher in a long time. Now you got a guy who knows how to go get the quarterback. So you fill those two slots. You went and got who everybody said was the best quarterback in free agency. You went and got Kirk Cousins. We were told for the last 2-3 years, the only thing missing in the A was the quarterback. Should be no excuses.
Right.
Should be no excuses. Zero. And Terry knows this. Raheem knows this. It's almost like they're pushing them chips to the middle of the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're doing, because we know NFL stand for not for long. They've pretty much hit all of the marks that everybody say, hey, to make this team legit. So you got to run Arthur Smith out of there. Arthur Smith gone. You got Raheem, new energy. Desmond Ritter, Marcus Mariota, last 2 years. You got Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
You know, now we're supposed to be able to unlock the unicorn. Free Kyle Pitts. Free Drake London. You bring in what's my dude, the receiver from
Mooney.
Chicago?
Darnell
Mooney. Boom. Deep threat guy. Now Drake can work the middle of the field, him and Pitts. You got Bijan and Algier. Zero reasons. It's zero excuses in Atlanta this year. Don't want to hear it.
Here's the thing. They've got, with saying all of that, they've got all the ingredients that you would need to get your team right through an offseason to make them a contender. First of all, you get a coach that'll change the culture, a coach that is high energy, that makes the team feel comfortable, loose, like we talked about with your boy in Washington that came to Alabama, playing free and having a good time. Again, no camp fights at all, none. So that lets you know the type of culture they have there. Then you get a quarterback, a very good quarterback at that, because you already had some pieces at the skill position with Bijan and everybody you spoke to. Then you go get help on the defense end. You was lacking DN, like you said. You got Judon. You got the two best safeties, but not only just those type of players. You have experience and leadership. With that's right now. This is where it should be. Y'all should be. I'm not saying they win the Super Bowl first year, or even go to. That's kind of that could be far fetched. But as a contender, that's where it should be. I can tell you in training camp. I'm telling you, man, it's a buzz there. Now, I can't tell you, talking to Cortland. I mean, Cortland's not telling me, in the training camp, he covered the Tennessee Titans. He's not saying, it's a buzz. They feel like they're going to win. I mean, every team feel like they're going to win, but he's not giving, most teams do, right? He's not giving me that same energy. You're right. He's not giving me that same energy, which he should, or some of the team should, because they're rebuilding. But with the Falcons, it's this energy, Mace. I'm telling you that they feel like this year something special can happen, especially when that happens. I've never seen Grady. Grady usually don't do this in training camp. I don't, might see him in the game. Grady was very animated today. Him and Judon dapping hands. He talking mess. It was because they did a scrimmage, and I'm like, yeah, it's different. They feel like something's about to happen.
Bruh. Anything less than a super deep NFC run,
right?
Failure.
Right.
You are the dog. You should hear the trash talk in this city. It's at an all-time high. It's at listen.
But
every Falcon fan in these streets popping at the mouth. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Wait. I want to answer Antoine. He says, I doubt Cousins make it through the year. I want to talk about the biggest. I don't know why people come up with this and say, like everybody always say, because I've heard that a lot. Why wouldn't Cousins make it through the year? Cousins don't get hurt. Cousins got hurt last year, which was different. But Mace, Cousins don't get hurt.
He don't.
He don't get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt. And he don't move.
Yeah. And hey, speaking of that, just real quick. He threw now Cousins, when I say Cousins been on it all training camp, right? I've been on it. Last Monday, he played and he threw a pick. And the guy caught the pick and was running it back, and he was celebrating whatever. Now, this is on Kirk's birthday. Why did Kirk chase him 70 yards down the field running full speed? And I ain't gonna lie, the quarterback didn't gain any leverage on Kirk either. Kirk was upset. Now, Kirk, matter of fact, I'm gonna say that for my stop it. But yeah, I gotta stop it for y'all with Kirk. But either or, but Kirk chased him down the field. So, but you're right, he don't move. He's trying to run out the pocket, and they had to blow the whistle. Stop. But like you said, he's gonna give you a lot of yards. He's playing with a better team. I mean, we'll see, man. Like I said, this is. I know he's older, Antoine, but I'm telling you, I'm watching him, bruh. When I say this dude is a professional and this dude can throw and been on the money,
dude,
I'm telling y'all,
he knows the last 2 years of quarterback play has been so bad in this city. Dude, they could have rolled me out there. And I would have gave you better quarterback play than what damn Desmond Ritter gave. And Desmond Ritter on his way out the league. You see Arizona like, man, this dude bad. This dude is bad. So, dude, anything less than a deep playoff run for these Atlanta Falcons, failure. You checked every box. You checked every box, dude. Your to-do list, you checked every. Teams rarely check every box.
Right.
If it's 5 boxes, 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5.
Right.
The Falcons checked every box.
Yeah, they
the to-do list in the offseason. Bruh, I don't want to hear nothing from Falcon fans. Don't talk me to death this year. I'm here for it.
Okay, so let's move on, man. I feel like we're gonna hear this question later on, but from a different perspective. But I want to know which rookie quarterback has made you feel more comfortable to trust them during the regular season so far.
Ooh. Let's see. I like what I've seen from Caleb. I like what I've seen from Jaden.
Everybody was playing well. Like I said, every rookie quarterbacks played well. Even JJ looked good in the first game.
Yeah, I think with Jaden and Cliff Kingsbury, I think they're gonna do some magical stuff together. I think they playing possum a lot. I think they're playing possum a whole lot with these preseason games. I think they're gonna really unleash a crazy offense with him. He got Scary Terry. Dude, I mean, I like both of those guys. I like Jaden and I like Caleb. I think Caleb has more weapons.
Right.
You know, Caleb coming in with a full clip. I mean, Caleb got a full clip. The thing with Caleb, you just wonder, can Caleb stay out of his own way? Can he like not do the crazy stuff that we so accustomed to seeing him do at USC?
Because we got it's so tempting. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is doing that stuff too. Like it's so tempting. Yeah. But if you the thing is based on Shane Waldron, because I think with Mahomes had not only Andy Reid, but he did have a guy, the enemy. So he had some people to ground him, and they weren't afraid.
Yeah, you got the best coach in the NFL.
Yeah. You know, so we got to see with Shane Waldron. But I'll say this though, the one thing, and not even being a homer, because I thought even with Caleb, I knew we all know he had a skill set. But the most impressive thing to me is during this preseason has been his poise. Stand in the pocket.
Yeah.
Not rushing, not making the dump throw.
Yeah, but let's say this. The defenses aren't game planning against him now.
True. But even
this is what I want to see as we go into week 1. And this is why I give an edge to Jaden, simply because Jaden he's more athletic than Caleb. He's more explosive than Caleb. I don't think you want Caleb. You don't want Caleb running. That you don't want Caleb doing. But I think Jaden's running is going to be a weapon. It's like going to be part of, you know, their offense. It's going to be part of their standard offense. So, and as a quarterback, it's always what's your adjustment to the adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we practicing this, but understand week one, they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at me. They're gonna see how much of a rookie are you.
Right.
We're gonna show this to get out of that. Or yeah, we bring the house. Yeah, we bringing it. Can you make that adjustment? Does your line, like, you know, who make the call? Is the center gonna help him and just have him focus on something else? You're gonna have somebody else make a call. All I want him to do is call the play, run the play. So I mean, that's what I want to see. But I just think Jaden, because of his athleticism, and he has Cliff Kingsbury as a play caller who understands how to use him, I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. And I can see that. I'm intrigued by Bo Nix. I mean, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'm intrigued with Bo Nix. Like I said, with Jaden, because of who he has as offensive coordinator, like you said, I agree with that. I think he can be special, but again, yeah, he played in SEC, but it's still it's different. Like you said, his athleticism would help him. I think Caleb's athleticism is very underrated. I think people underrate his athleticism. But here's the thing with Caleb also. Like I said, Cortland mentioned this is not the Pac-12. They were throwing everything at him too, at Caleb, you know, in the Pac-12. And that's why the last year they struggled, not because of him per se, but because USC didn't have any playmakers, they didn't have any line, no line. So, but Caleb's used to this. And one thing that Caleb, to me, what Caleb is better at is like a Dan Marino. Jaden can run. Jaden can get out and run. Caleb is more crafty in the pocket. Just like how you had a Dan Marino. Dan Marino's the most crafty quarterback probably in NFL history when he was in the pocket.
One of my favorites.
Just taking that little side step, and you know how you do. And
you couldn't tell my one Dan Marino, dog. You couldn't tell my one Dan Marino.
So that's why I say I still like just his poise so far makes me believe. Like, again, we all know all quarterbacks, it's preseason. So I want to see them throw the kitchen sink at him, but to show his poise, to go through progressions, that doesn't look like a rookie quarterback right there, to see somebody do that. So that's where I'm at with that.
I'm here for it. I say I'm ready to see all these guys. I'm ready to see these guys go.
And then I gotta ask you, hey man, who's getting paid first, Jamar Chase or CD?
Dude, I think they both get their deals game week. I think they both get their deals game week. I don't think that neither guy is gonna be stubborn enough to miss a game check. Like, I mean, they don't have to be in camp. They know the offense. They know all these things. So, I mean, it's like, why am I there? You know,
Right.
You know, Jamar was doing a hold in. Now he done kind of just went home. He like, man, you know, y'all holler at me when y'all get the money together. I always say this, especially after the Le'Veon Bell, and then how Le'Veon Bell said, listen, worst decision of my life was to miss that $18.5 million that he missed that season he set out. But I mean, the crazy part for both of these guys, I mean, neither owner really has to pay them. I mean, dude, y'all still on your rookie deal. They I mean, they can franchise you. They can franchise you twice if they want.
Right.
I mean, you know, they have no leverage. Like, neither guy really has no leverage. I mean,
they don't.
I look at Jerry, and I said this last year. Go ahead and sign CD now you wanted to sign these guys before Justin Jefferson got his money. Because once Justin got his money, you knew Jefferson was going to reset the market. And that's why Miami went on ahead and gave Waddle his money. Everybody kind of went on ahead. Let's go on and get these guys this money before your boy knock it out the park. Now, once Justin knocked it out the park, I mean, if you CD, you like, well, I was first team All-Pro last year.
Hey, that's why people was, and I said this on the radio back then, when everybody was getting on Dak, see, Dak's stupid. He should have got paid. No, Dak was smart by waiting, and that's why he was able, because the market rose. Like that bar went up, and he got what he wanted and some. You know,
but
versus
again,
taking the $35 million.
But that's Jerry's fault.
Yeah, but like you said, the owner that. Yep.
You got to go ahead and do that before the market, because once the market reset, now that's why CD and Jamal like no.
Yeah,
both guys think they better than Justin. I mean, but you got to think that.
But Court, they can't. Court saying they would request trades. That man, look who else request trades, and look what happened.
They can't.
Your boy in Cincinnati requested trade. They was like, man, be quiet, dog.
2 more years on their dog.
They don't have any leverage. No leverage at all.
No, they still on their rookie deal. That's a 5-year deal.
No leverage.
They both first-round draft picks, so the teams are kind of like in good faith. No, I don't have to sign you. No, sit out.
Hey,
sit out.
But at least this, and then we'll move on. But at least Chase was smart enough to do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the hold-in deal.
He went on home. He ain't holding in no more. He like bye.
Oh, he went home?
Yeah, he not holding in no more.
Oh,
yeah, he went home because he thought his deal was gonna get done.
Right.
And it didn't. So he like,
right.
Y'all holler at me when y'all holler at me and Court. That's the whole thing.
That's the whole point.
Not only do I not have to pay you this year,
I don't have to pay you next year.
Franchise you next year.
Yeah. They don't have any leverage. No leverage at all, Court. That's what we're trying to say.
Can't be mad at nobody but themselves.
Right. No
leverage.
They
can't be mad at themselves because this is what they collectively bargained. What they should have been doing instead of trying to get like less practice time is trying to get rid of the damn franchise tag. Yep. The owners are always gonna have a one up.
Yep. Yeah,
so I mean,
that's it.
Now they can request till they blue in the face. Dog, you have a contract, sir, and I can franchise you next year. You can get the top 5 salary of the wide receivers, and then I can franchise you twice.
Yep.
I mean, I'm thinking both teams are going. I mean,
they're gonna sign them.
You need your wide receiver.
Yeah, you're gonna sign them.
Like, you would be crazy not to come into the season with a full clip. Like, so I mean, they're gonna get.
They're gonna sign them. It's gonna be around a week.
Yeah, they get signed week 1. Week 1, they get signed.
All right. Well, all right, man.
I just need CD to start doing TikToks every day. he had his crib with 4 or 5 at home, boy. They TikToking all day.
Yeah, act mad. Act like you mad, dog. Yeah, act like you mad and you ain't.
CD,
yeah.
CD, chill. Hide your phone, man. I don't need to see wide receiver 1 doing TikToks, dog. I don't like it.
All right, man.
I don't like it.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Earl Campbell.
Hey, it's Chuck the Iceman Liddell.
This is Emmitt Smith, and you're listening to 3 Point Conversion.
All right, man. It's time for more football, man. And y'all know right now it is time for fantasy football. And of course, when it's time for fantasy football, we have to bring in none other than the man who knows fantasy, been playing fantasy. Like I said, his first draft pick was he picked Eric Dickerson for his first round pick. So my guy, Vincent, the fantasy guru. What up, Vincent?
Boy. Look,
Oh,
my first pick was Macio's older brother, Craig Hayward. Tell your brother, say, hey, man.
We ready, baby. Not the Saints, though. Not the Saints. America's team,
man.
baby. America's team, baby.
Oh man.
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm great, man. Getting ready for this fantasy season, baby. This weekend is starting.
Cool. So let's get to it, man. I want to start off and ask you. We just talked about it, but fantasy wise, I want to know what you think. Which rookie quarterback? Man, I guess I could say, do you trust as far as drafting? Like the first one, who do you trust the most when it comes to drafting?
I like I definitely love Caleb Williams. I think that he's just in a perfect situation. I think they built the talent. They definitely put the talent around them to be great. Like I said, DJ Moore. You got Keenan Allen. You got the rookie Roma Duze. You got DeAndre Swift, who gets a good catch. Who's a good running back who can catch out of the backfield. Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett. I mean, dude, all you have to do is just
Loaded.
Yeah, he's loaded. So all you have to do is just be smart with the ball, make smart plays, and he's gonna be he's definitely gonna be ranked pretty high going into mainly dynasty leagues and fantasy. But right now, he's a good he'll be a good bye week replacement for a top quarterback until until he really gets like on a big streak, like it was CJ Stroud did last year, to where you just kind of just implement him into your starting lineup and be like, whatever, I'm rolling with them. So, and the Bears schedule looks really good too. So I like that. They're in a pretty weak division defensively. I mean, they really have a pretty good schedule. I mean, the hardest matchup is not to like the 49ers. That's like week 14. So, I mean, Caleb really got it good this year. I would say my second one would probably be, Jaden Daniels, who I know, Mason, you always just talking about him. And really, in fantasy, really, it's all about mobility. You've got you got a quarterback who knows how to run as well as throw. That's big on fantasy. So if you can get a quarterback that can run for 500 to 800 yards and give you double-digit touchdowns running, I mean, that's a fantasy nightmare right there. So even though he doesn't really have the talent built around him outside of Scary Terry, but again, he's a mobile quarterback, so those go well in fantasy. So
we got to talk the running back position. We got to talk the running back position. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick. We got to do like how we used to do. In the winter wins in the radio, they win like the big award. They win the number 5 car, and they get a concert. Sir, can you turn your radio down for a minute? Vince, can you turn your volume down on your phone for a minute, Vince? Go ahead.
Is it better now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's talk running back. With the wide receiver position being what it is, you got to grab receivers, a passing league. And I always say outside, McCaffrey gonna go number 1. Anybody got number 1 pick, they taking McCaffrey. But how many running backs would you probably select on your team to give you a chance somewhere in your fantasy draft? I need help.
Of course, like I said, McCaffrey's consistent. He's the number 1 guy. I would say the second one, and this is kind of like maybe 2A and 2B. You can go with Breece Hall from the New York Jets. His last, what made him just so really high going into this year, because number 1, what he did the last 3 weeks of the season last year. The man gave like over 40 points one week, like week 16, week 17, like 20 some points, and then the final week he had like over 30 some fantasy points. Now he doesn't have anybody to give him competition in the backfield. If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, Breece Hall is it. So I like Breece Hall. Bijan Robinson is still someone that I would definitely consider as like the 2B in the first round, and just because of his potential. The man's only 22 years old. He still almost had 1,000 yards, even though he shared the backfield with Algier. He's just, again, I like him a lot, but again, when you're looking at split backfields, and like I said, before he even got there, Algier ran over 1,000 yards. So it's kind of like, do I trust this guy, to be a number 1 running back? Because you all know when you draft first round, this is your stud. This is the guy that you want that's going to produce.
It's my guy.
Yeah, it's your guy. So, but he's like the third running back. And then, of course, it goes to like Jahmyr Gibbs from the Detroit Lions, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon. It kind of lowers down a little bit more just because of, the split backfields.
So let me ask you, but so how many running backs do you say get drafted in the first round?
3.
There's only 3.
I would say 3. Maybe Jahmyr Gibbs will be 4, but he's late first round.
But you say 3. Wow. And it's so funny, man, because remember, that's how it was when we watched the we did fantasy back then. It was always 6, 7, 8 running backs, and you might have 4 wide receivers. Sometimes you might go 9 to 10 running backs and 2 wide receivers. But like you said, now that's not the case. It
changes every year with fantasy, man. Like, now it's all about the Tyreek Hills and the CD Lambs and AJ Browns and St. Browns. And I mean, like, it's so wide receiver heavy because they love to pass. And it's like I say, in these days when it comes to these running backs, it's hard to find a good all 3 down running back because so many people like to split carries, like to split so much. So it's crazy.
So we're talking about wide receivers. There's been a lot of movement with quarterbacks this year in the offseason, even with drafting quarterbacks. What wide receivers do you think get affected by all of these moves, whether it was drafting a quarterbacks moving, what have you, but good or bad? Which wide receivers you think get affected the most?
Well, I always like to start off with like a Devontae Adams. Again, he's going through different quarterback changes for the last 2, 3, 4 years. You feel bad for him, but at the end of the day, he still give you that production that you need. Even though he's kind of slipping in fantasy, he's going to like round 2, mid round 2. But I think with Gardner Minshew as he's the starting quarterback, I'll think about what he did with Michael Pittman Jr. last year. I mean, Michael Pittman had, over 90 some catches or 1,100 yards. He didn't score that many touchdowns though. But then again, with the touchdowns, Devontae still way better. So I feel like he's going to definitely demand the ball more. So I think his production is going to still be. I think he'll be okay over there with Gardner Minshew as the starting quarterback. Another guy I think about who I truly believe is going to actually have a good breakout because of his quarterback play is going to be Drake London from the Falcons. I really truly believe that. Now, of course, I'm not expecting him to get Justin Jefferson type of numbers when Kirk Cousins is there, but I do believe, he had 2 touchdowns last year receiving. I mean, I'm not expecting that for Drake this year, especially with Kirk Cousins throwing the ball. So I look at him being affected in a good way. Speaking of Justin Jefferson, that's the guy over there too. Now a lot of people are scared to draft him early, but I mean he's Justin Jefferson, and regardless, I still think Sam Darnold is going to really force him the ball, kind of like with Jay Cutler back in the days when he had Brandon Marshall.
Just throw it.
That's
no
it.
matter triple, double team.
He open.
He open. He got it. And I truly think Darnold. That's what Darnold's going to do. I think Justin going to be like, dude, I don't care if I'm triple team. Throw that ball up. So now the one that I'm a bit worried about, and I know me and Mr. Controversy had this little small discussion. I really didn't talk too much about it. Is George Pickens over there for the Steelers? With the quarterback play, I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Russell Wilson hurt a lot of fantasy people last year, and we thinking Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy was going to have these all-stars. They're going to have these good seasons, and it was just horrible. So I really feel like Pickens may get, may be hugely affected by this. Now, if Justin Fields end up being the man, then maybe Pickens will have a little bit better, because I think Fields would definitely target him a lot more. But for some reason, I don't trust Russell Wilson giving it to Pickens to make Pickens like a top-notch number 1 fantasy wide receiver. So I'm worried about him.
You know what the funny thing is, real quick before you ask your question, Mace, is the fact that in real life, he had a good season, Russell Wilson. Like when you look at the stats, he had a very good season. 28 touchdowns, like
His
5,
coach-
6
His coach
6
hated him.
interceptions.
Coach
But
hated
it was the coach that made him
Coach
play bad.
hated him. Coach
But-
hated him.
But like you said, Vince, and I agree, because look who's the offensive coordinator now. Arthur Smith.
Exactly.
So it's like I don't trust. That really made me.
And that's why I was like 2 thumbs down to whoever the quarterback out there.
Right.
We got to talk sleepers. You know, last year I had some insider trade information. My nephew out there in LA, he was like, take Puka. And I remember taking Puka, and everybody like, huh? Championship later. Yeah. Give me some sleep. We got to talk sleep, because this is where you really win your fantasy. I remember a couple years ago, our counter was on Keenan Allen before everybody realized he was good, and it helped me win. Then the next year, people trying to take Keenan Allen. I thought y'all say he was sorry and slow, but let's talk sleepers, dog. This is how you win your fantasy draft. It's how you win your league. Sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, and that's what you think about every year. Like, who's going to be that next Kyron Williams, that Devon Achane, that Puka? You know, I'm just going to give you 2 because, you know, Mr. Controversy is in a lot of my fantasy leagues, so I can't give all my
right. You can't. I feel you.
So really, I want to say, just draft this kicker, get these 2 kickers. Oh gosh! But I do have 2 running backs. I have two running backs, and this is because of the situation that's going on right now. I look at the running back named Chase Brown, who's right now currently the backup running back for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, of course, Zach Moss is the so-called right now the number 1, but he's never really led the whole NFL season. So. And so I look at somebody like Chase Brown as a very good sleeper that you may want to go ahead and pick, just because you just don't know what you're going to get out of Zach Moss. So he'll be one of my sleepers. My last sleeper that I would say will be Blake Corum.
Yes.
Oh, LA.
From the LA Rams. Now, of course, we got Kyron Williams. Came out of nowhere, but again, we all know Kyron Williams is a small running back. He didn't stay healthy a lot last year. But when he was healthy, he was a beast. But again, these running backs, they're not built like Derrick Henry, these days. So, you know what I'm saying? They all like 5'7", 5'8", and young. Now, Blake is only 5'8" as well, but I mean, the man had a stellar year last year in Michigan. And I think he can hold that. I think he can definitely hold that rock really well if something happens to Kyron Williams. So, later on in your draft, if you want to just get one of those security blankets, just if Kyron's out, Blake Corum is going to be a beast.
Hey, I'm going to say, I'm going to do a Mace. I ain't going to hold you, but you already know McVay like to run a two running back system anyway.
Yeah.
So,
right here, real quick. Just please talk me off this ledge. Please talk me off this ledge, because every year, so I have this super soft spot in my heart for Deshaun Watson. Make me not draft him this year.
I'm the same way, Mace.
Make me not tell me why I shouldn't draft Deshaun Watson. Please talk me off this Deshaun ledge.
Well, me personally, it's just so many other good quarterbacks that's out there. I mean, like you can go ahead and get. I mean, no disrespect to Deshaun. I think Deshaun's back in the day, but I mean, I just feel like you can still get a lot of good quarterbacks out there. I mean, like I said, I think I'm just worried about this. I just worry about his. To me, I feel like he's just too injury prone right now. To me, he's not even in my radar. I would draft Jared Goff. I would draft Brock Purdy. I would draft Tua. I would draft those quarterbacks over Deshaun Watson. I mean, personally. So, that's why I'm just letting you know. You could.
Yeah, listen. That's why I told you talk me off that leg. For some reason, I'm always sitting there like, man, Deshaun finna ball out. But I don't feel it. Like this year, I kind of don't feel that way. Even though Raphael tell you, I judge Deshaun by how much he be stunning on Instagram. He been big boy stunning. He pulled the Maybach out the other day. He doing photo shoots again.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that equates to a 5,000 yard season, man. But I don't think I'm gonna take him this year. I just don't think.
Yeah, if you get like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and then you just really just wait later on to get you a backup quarterback, and make sure you look at the schedule. Make sure if Lamar's has a bye week. Make sure Deshaun has a good play that week.
Yeah.
Then I will go ahead and draft Deshaun right there. But right now he's no more than a backup. And of course, if in the Superflex he's going to get drafted. Of course, in the Superflex league, of course, with the 2 quarterbacks. But yeah.
Right.
I would not take Deshaun Watson. I will not take Deshaun Watson. I will not take Deshaun Watson.
All right, man. Well, Vince, man, we appreciate you for coming on, bro. We gotta have your we gotta have your throughout the season, man. So
what are you doing, Maceo? What are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Hey, Vince, you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be drafting online. You know how you get nervous? You go pickle.
Hey, be like, I'm gonna panic. Take the shot.
You're gonna panic, yeah. You're gonna panic and then it always happened to us, man. I did the same.
Oh boy! Just draft Jane Daniels, Maceo. Just draft Jane Daniels instead, man. Get you a good ball. Get you somebody that you could rely on a little bit more.
I will not. I'm gonna write 100 times every day. I would not draft Deshaun Watson. That's my homework assignment every night. I'm not gonna draft that guy.
Oh man! All right, man. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Vince.
All right, fellas. You have a good one, man.
All right, man. Oh, that is funny. That is funny, bro. All right, man. Let's you know what?
Torn. I be torn. It just be calling me. He be call. I be like, dog, Deshaun got in mind, right? He finna ball out on these folks.
Hey, I did it last year. He's talking about the Superflex. And for those who don't know what the Superflex is, that's when you can play 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So you need to draft 3. And I was like, I was number 10, and my first quarterback, I had a chance to get Dak. Just the fact it was Dak alone, Dak, and then my guy from Jacksonville. But I chose Deshaun, man. I'm getting shot. I believe in, and he got hurt, and they won, but fantasy wise, it was like, but he did play hurt, so hopefully. And he got weapons, you know what I'm saying? So
I will not take Deshaun Watson this year. I will not take Deshaun Watson.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.
All right, we're back. And hey, man.
I'm typing. I would not take Deshaun Watson.
Yo, the WNBA is back. And we got to start out with the home team first. Atlanta Dream. Mace, I asked, it's sad. I'm out everybody, all the media. It's Friday. We were sitting there and they were playing Seattle. And Seattle came out to a 10, 12-point lead. And I asked them, I said,
I miss my girlfriend. I miss Skylar Diggins. Oh,
yeah, Skylar was there. Yep. She was on her Skylar Diggins too. She was in the past. And she was balling too.
She a dog. She a dog.
I think 18 points in the first half. But I asked Ed, what's my man? I can't think of his name. I asked not Rashad.
Malik.
I asked Malik. I asked all of them. I said, do y'all think the Atlanta Dream can make it run this year? Oh no, they was nope, ain't no way. Whatever. All right. but I don't know. You could just see a little pep in their step the way they were playing. Then the girl Ryan, dog. She played like we wanted her to play. I don't know what the Olympics did, but Mace, you know it was different when you saw her when she went off on a tear, right? Scoring threes. I mean, she took over the game, and she in the middle of the court doing this, throwing her hands up. I said, okay, this is not the same Ryan we know. This is the Ryan that Mace always wanted to see. So, yeah, because if you get that, she
got the skill set. Now her skill set crazy.
Yeah, if she does that, then it's Leonard Dream could go far. So, and then they came back and beat Connecticut. So big win too.
Yeah,
they're playing Phoenix right now tonight. So I'm gonna ask you, Mace. Do you think this break was needed, and do you think that all of a sudden things can get to rolling now? Because, like I said, I always felt like I didn't think they weren't, even though it seemed like that. It felt like they respected Tanisha, but I don't. And Tanisha, and maybe Tanisha changed some stuff, but Coach. Right, but she was like, she kept saying, "I don't know what else to do." Like, I'm telling them to do this.
Yeah. We needed that Olympic break. We definitely needed that Olympic break because everything was going left. Everything was going left. Seeing Ryan drop 30 is, again, anybody who sit with us, I say this all the time. She's without a doubt our most skilled player, but she doesn't bring that to the court every night. If she wants to be truly respected in this league, and she wants to be looked at like, like a gamer, this is what we expect of her night in and night out. Like, it's no reason that she shouldn't average 20 and 8. She got that kind of skill set, but she don't have that tenacity, that dog, and maybe going over to Paris, playing in the 3-on-3, or maybe just talking to people, not being on the women's Olympic team. I mean, really and truly, nobody checking for 3-on-3. I mean, as the youngest side here say, let's keep it a buck.
Right.
Let's keep it a buck. I like, y'all change sayings too much, but whatever.
Look, we still say tripping.
Right. Like I phrase
yeah, always last.
I got something new every week. I can't keep up, but something over there hopefully triggered her. Her being around the Olympians, like say you on the 3-on-3 team, girl. They don't think enough of you to put you on the big girl team. You playing JV over here, 3-on-3. Man, nobody studying that. So maybe she has her sights set on 2028, and she's like, "Hey, look, I need to be on that team. I need to be on the big girl team. Let me start doing what I'm supposed to do." Because again, nobody questions her talent. Nobody. Does she have the mentality to do that every night? We'll see. But we definitely needed a break. Because we got to make a run. If we're gonna get in these playoffs, we got to start knocking people off.
And Tina looked like the break helped her because she
she got healthy.
Yeah, she got healthy. Her legs was tiring.
Jordan got healthy.
Yep. Yeah, it was much needed, man. And you just seen a spark in this team that you haven't seen since that run they did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost last year, but last year I believe. So yeah, I definitely agree. Now, what will it take? Well, you know what? I'll ask you this. Get that. We'll go here. When it comes to the rookie of the year, we the first half, Angel Reese had it. She was taking it. And then we saw at the end of right before the break, last 2 or 3 games, Caitlin started figuring it out. Now it's like Caitlin, she got it. She understands it now. She's like, okay, I could do this. This is what it takes. I know what to do now. And she is balling.
Yeah.
She is balling.
Yeah.
Angel came back last night or the night before last. She had 20 and 19.
Yeah.
Or 19 and 20, I should say. 19 points, 20 rebounds. But right now, Indiana as a whole is playing better than Chicago right now.
Yeah.
I think you can say Caitlin might have it right now. The edge because she's winning. Their team is winning. But I really think this is about to be I think they should get co-MVP. First of all, because what they've done for the league. Right. I know it should be about semantics, but what they've done for the league. And then they're both playing well. We saw a lot of rookies play well. We saw Stewie come in and ball out her rookie year. Asia ball out her rookie year. But we didn't see Candace did it too. Candace took her team to the championship.
Off top,
right. But we didn't see where you had two rookies be able to, with this much pressure coming in.
Yeah.
This much pressure and rise to the occasion like this. So I'm gonna ask you, what do you think so far about this rookie race?
So to me, I mean, it was always gonna be Caitlin's award.
Yeah,
it was gonna it's definitely Caitlin's award. We can't discount what Angel. Listen, I'm being first to tell you, I'm shocked by her play. I didn't think she would be able to score. I knew she would be able to play defense and rebound. Her scoring has definitely surprised me. So, I mean, they wouldn't be wrong if they made them cold because, again, they've truly elevated the women's game big time. No doubt about it. They brought the eyes. They brought that push. I mean, hey, listen, y'all can say what y'all want, but listen, y'all wasn't going to see Asia. We know she's been the best player in the league. Y'all wasn't going to see her. Y'all wasn't going to see none of these other girls. Even when BG came back, it wasn't standing room only.
Right.
Caitlin and Angel have been box office. Caitlin has been super box office because she has just she's filled up every stadium. I mean, she got people playing. I mean, like say, we'll be at State Farm Tuesday again. I got to drive downtown because, again, the ticket request, it just wasn't. It wasn't this. I don't care what y'all say. I'm sorry. We know we there.
Mm-hmm.
The same buzz for Caitlin. It's not the same buzz for Angel. It's not the same buzz for Asia. It's not the same buzz for the LA Sport, the girl who got hurt. I can't think her name. Staffordshire.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Caitlin has been a economic boost for the entire league. So, I mean, we knew from the word go. I mean, she was basically, you can put her name on Rick of the Year. But again, I kind of agree with you, Ralph. Give them Cole. Like they both have been phenomenal for the W. They pushed it, and now we just waiting on Paige next year. In a couple of years, we waiting on Juju, and then we up, everybody up.
And I hate to say this. This is like, I hate to say this. Well, I won't because Kennedy has a lot to do with this as well. But still, I've never seen. I think she's starting to do it now. But Caitlin has a lot of help. To me, Caitlin's team is better than Chicago. I always thought Caitlin's team was better than Chicago. I thought the talent makes sense around them.
I mean, they got back-to-back number one overall picks.
Right. Then you got the other hoopers is there. Like they got a good team.
Yeah.
But I thought at one point Angel was putting Chicago on her back. She was carrying Chicago for a minute. I
mean, she got Kennedy running with her. Everybody pretty much team. I mean, I thought Cardozo would be better, honestly. Like she's still trying to find her way a little bit, but yeah.
And she's still average. I mean, right, yeah, because you thought she would be able to get points, but see, that's the thing.
Because I thought she had a better offensive skill set than Angel, but she's not scoring like Angel.
But see, the thing about Angel is, even though when Angel she starts slowing down and taking better shots, but Angel's basketball mind, like I said, it reminds me of a female version. It just reminds me when Magic came in, when they talk about how Magic came in, how she's a winner. Angel is a winner.
No
Angel knows how to, and she knows the game. She's very intellectual, when it comes to basketball. Her IQ is crazy. And she doesn't get credit for that. But for her to rise again. I knew she was going to. I said she was. I knew she was going to get about 10 rebounds a game, not like this. And then I didn't think, like you said, I think she's going to start scoring like she is now. And but her energy is infectious. Now with Caitlin, her skill set is crazy. Her skill set,
them bombs she was dropping last couple of nights.
Yeah, it's crazy. She didn't got in her bag now. She can hit them shots, what have you. So, like you said, the league. Then you still got Angel. You still got Kalia Copper. I don't think people talk about her enough. In LA, not LA, but in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, yeah. Well, you saw the Olympic team. I mean, they basically told you they don't win it without her.
Yeah.
As I just say, that big.
Yeah, right.
that big. But shit, we gotta go.
Right. Yeah, man. So, but like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, Chicago got to start winning now, in order. If they don't start winning, then and Indiana makes the playoff, then you have to give it to Caitlin, I believe, because she's about a big reason why they are winning, even though her team is much better, talent-wise than Chicago, but still.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's been an eventful year, man. Think about when we first came, it was the Angel Caitlin show. Everybody, either you hate them or you hate this person or whatever, and you know how it was. But
we had to see them together.
Yeah, you had to sit through it. That's what it's gonna take
with them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They don't hate each other, everybody.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Duh.
So I thought that was cool, man. So much power to them. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break, man, and trying to bring in some family in the building.
Yeah.
Talk about these injuries.
Should have worn my Carolina jersey today.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Rich. Always, man. All right, man. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
My name is George Iceman Gervin.
This is Dylan Brooks. What's up? This is Vince Carter. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion. Check it out.
All right. It is time to bring family in the building. We got none other than orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta. And I know because I've been there a few times lately. Had to go see him, man. I've been on the injured list, but I'm still playing. My guy, Dr. Donald, Fowler the third. What's going on, sir?
I'm good. I'm going to be able to retire early because of you, so I appreciate it with all the all the visits. So,
hey man, I'm breaking down, man. I'm breaking down, man. I'm talking. These are injuries that I didn't. It wasn't like I was playing football or.
You're not recovering properly, sir. You got to recover, sir.
I'm talking walking down the step. My calf muscle just pop, and this is like, and it was only 2 steps. That's the bad. Well, I've been dealing with a lot, man. Anyway, he's gotten me right, so hey, I can't complain. But Doc, real quick, just quick story. I don't know if I told you. I think I told Doc. I was telling Mace that unfortunate incident where I'm in training camp and the ball rolled to me. Wide receiver missed the football. The ball comes to me. Now everybody in practice is looking at me, the players, media, camera guy, all of it. And the guy that's asking for the ball is 25 feet away. Now, Doc's been treating me for my shoulder. I've been I have some nerve damage, my neck, whatever is affecting my shoulder goes numb. So now everybody's looking at me. I'm like, oh God, I gotta make this throw. I can't mess up this throw. I'm praying. It took, bro. And I'm thinking if I mess up this throw and it look weak, I might be on not top 10 on Sports Center, man. Like it took everything in me, bro.
See, the media ain't athletes. Media ain't athletes.
Hey, I willed myself, base. I willed myself and threw the ball. It wasn't a perfect ball, but it was good enough. And it reached old boy and caught it. I was like, woo. So, like I said, Doc been taking care of me, man. So I appreciate that, Doc. All because of Doc.
I wish we had video footage so I could confirm this, but yeah.
All right, man. So Doc, it's football season coming up, fantasy season. Man, I need to know because I just decided to keep this guy, and we all know how Chris McCaffrey get when he get hurt. So he's missed practice due to a strained calf muscle. Should fans, fantasy owners, organizations, should they worry, or should he be back, or should he be good, even if he misses first week?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, he had a couple back-to-back like injury plagued years, but I mean, he's been pretty healthy recently, and so again, I think this sounds precautionary. It doesn't sound like Shanahan or anybody over there is too concerned. Again, just trying to make sure something small doesn't turn into something bigger by the start of the season. So it sounds like he should be ready to go by week 1. Certainly something you still want to keep an eye on, but as of now, I don't see any cause for concern. I think he's still probably a consensus number 1 pick in most fantasy drafts at this point. So
that makes me feel good.
Oh, Doc, we gotta talk old Tyreek Hill. When he not out. I ain't gonna be petty about that, but it's thumb. We're not gonna talk about his offsprings, but it's thumb. This practice today, wide receivers. You need all your hand. Serious injury, the precautionary. Be ready for week 1. Talk to me, Doc.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything major. Likewise, it kind of came out and said if it was any kind of regular week, he probably would be, practicing and again, just doing some maintenance, kind of going into the season, making sure he's 100% healthy, ready to race Noah Lyles in the 100 meters. So
don't do it.
He has to look out for that thumb. So, but no, I think in all seriousness, I think he's going to be just fine. So,
well, I'm gonna tell you who's not fine. The whole entire Atlanta Braves players and dugout and clubhouse, like everybody's getting hurt. And Doc, I don't know what's going on. There's got to be some type of study where we've seen so many players get hit by a pitch this year. Luckily, it hasn't been to the face as much, but it's to the hand. To the Austin Riley gets hit by a 97. I believe it's a sinker, that's ridiculous. But either or,
still 97.
97, yeah, and sinker, that's ridiculous. But either or, what's the possibility that he could return? It hit him in his right hand. So what's the possibility of his return and before the season, end of the season?
Yeah, so no, like you said, at least a season forget as far as injuries go for the Braves, but I mean, I think they'll still be there. Yeah, it's tough. They're saying 6 to 8 weeks. at this point, that puts you into October. So if you do the math, more than likely that means he is not going to be back for the regular season. But I think their hope would be to certainly have him then ready for the postseason, where probably by the end of September, he's at least kind of taken some reps, kind of working back into baseball activity. But unless they're like fighting nail and tooth to like stay in the race or get one of those last wild cards, depending on where they're at in the division chase, I would think if they are somewhat comfortably, at least in the wild card in 5-6 weeks, they're not going to rush him back and just try to make sure he is ready for the postseason.
Baseball, the Braves, they depress me. There's neither here nor there. Doc, talk about New York Yankee starting pitcher Luis Gil, that back. Now we only got this back injury will. Woo! I don't even want to think about bad backs, but how long could this keep him out, Doc?
Yeah, so they put him on the 15-day, which, I mean, if you think about it as a starting pitcher, that's like 3 games. But it sounds like it's kind of day-to-day, touch and go. Kind of backs are tricky things. I mean, they're basically saying that, you know, they hope it's the minimum 15 days and that there's a possibility of that. But, I mean, depending on, well, is it muscle? Is there some nerve stuff? I mean, backs and spines can sometimes be a little unpredictable. So they are a little, I think, a little more difficult to kind of really nail down when you'll see him. I guess they're claiming it's not anything too serious. And so, again, optimistically, yes, you'd see him back in about 2 weeks. But again, anytime you're talking about back and spine stuff, it's interesting.
What's worse, Doc, back or hamstring?
I mean, they're both bad in different ways. I mean, I think a hamstring's a little more predictable from a time frame, and unfortunately, it's usually a long time frame. But
But unless you're Keenan Allen, but go ahead.
But you or you're Justin Jefferson. But I mean, you kind of you at least kind of know what you're in for. So I think that at least makes it a little easier to plan. Like, hey, we're at least 4 to 6 weeks with this hamstring to be right, depending on the severity. So you kind of know. But when, again, you're talking about spine and muscles and nerves, it's a different ball game. So, I mean, it could be easier, but it also could turn into something worse or more chronic. So it's kind of, it's kind of like in fantasy. Are you gonna draft the guy that you know is going to give you 10 points? Or are you going to draft the guy that can bust out for like 18, but it's also put up like 4 1 week? So I think the hamstring's a little more consistent, but the back can definitely push you in a little worse territory.
It's crazy, Raphael. I was telling people, at least you can sleep with a bad hamstring. Your back.
Oh yes,
right. But sleep, well, you can cancel Christmas on sleep.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Jeez, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah, that's not good, man. But all right, Doc. Well, we appreciate you, man, like always, and pretty sure I'll probably be there next week or something. Anyway, if something else. My pinky toe will be messed up, but I don't know. I'm breaking down, man. Either or, Doc, we appreciate you, man, and we'll definitely see you next week.
All right, fellas. Good luck.
All right, Doc.
Appreciate you, man. All right, so, all right, man. Let's get
Doc
on these.
Be Wilder, man. I like Doc. Doc Be Wilder.
Yeah, Doc Be Wilder. So let's get on these Braves, man. Like we already talked about. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why. I don't know what to make of it, Mace. It is just, I don't know, man. I think Snicker, it seemed like Snicker came to the press conference the other day with a cigarette. Look, it came. Hey, here you go, Mace. He come out there. Look, it's some BS right here. It's some BS.
Bobby Cox Jr. Bobby Cox Jr.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with the injuries, bro. Like they can't win for losing, but can they maintain it? That's what I want to know. Can they maintain it?
Ralph, it just seemed like a fine level ground and something happened. Mike Harris come back, grand slam, and then Austin Riley out. It's been a series of just like a mass shooting because you anticipate Albies coming back, but it's like, who do we sacrifice once Albies come back? Like Albies gonna come back, but hey, we're gonna lose Matt Olson. We're gonna lose. I mean, that's the way the season been going. So it's almost like think about we had a full clip basically all season.
Right.
Whether it's a pitcher, a reliever. Again, the only consistent thing for us is Brother Ozuna.
Right.
Mr. Carl County, that's the only consistency. Get that man the MVP.
Right, for real. For real. That's true. That's true. But let's go down this these standings, man. And then I got a question to ask you. So right now, the AL East right now, Yankees right now, they're tied actually with Yankees have a 0.1% better than Orioles, but they're tied with the Orioles, and then Boston Red Sox are 6 games back. Interesting. So do you think, like, we know what the Yankees are, but we also saw what Baltimore did last year.
Yeah.
What you feeling right here?
So, listen, I think Zach Eflin has been everything that Baltimore has needed. And I think he's just one of these guys that the way he's played this season, as they go down the stretch, it's like he can shoulder the load. The Yankees, we're talking about injuries now. They kind of starting to get hit with that bug. Mm-hmm. And Baltimore, they in a good spot because it's like, of course, we're not the Yankees. We don't have the names and all these type things there. But if they would like somehow match up, for some reason, I like Baltimore. It's something about the Orioles, something about Camden Yards. It's something about that hat with that damn bird on it, man. The orange and black, especially when we get closer to Halloween, man. Hey, man.
Just go together, huh?
Yeah. It's something about the Orioles, man. Yeah. Like those shades of Cal Ripken Jr., man. Like,
right. Yeah.
I got my own Baltimore, man. I like this team for some reason, dog. I do.
Yeah, man. And move down to the AL Central. Now, at one point, shout out to my homeboy Rue, who used to be on the show. We get to the AL Central last year and the years before last. We always be, but it ain't like that no more, Mace. Listen to this, bro.
Well,
Cleveland Guardians right now, they're tied with the best record. No, second best record in baseball. Tied with 3 teams, second best record in baseball, like as far as percentage wise, right?
Yeah.
But right now they have a 3.5 game. They're 73-52. Have a 3.5 game over the Kansas City Royals and Minnesota Twins. I'm gonna say that one more time. They have a 3.5 game over the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. And Cleveland is that team. Like, I love what Cleveland is doing right now. They look.
And think about this too, Ralph. When Cleveland lose, they're only losing the good teams. They're not doing like the Braves, like last place team come to town and take 2 out of 3. And that's why they're not really losing ground, because they're losing the team who are ahead of them. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody behind them gonna catch them, because it's like they watching everybody else. It's like, but we know that they play the kind of baseball that, bro, as we get closer and closer to October, they're gonna be a problem.
Yep. No, you're right.
They're gonna be a problem, dog.
And then Houston has done what they always do. They've come back.
They just hit the cover off the baseball.
It's like they always do this. Yeah, and they have a 4.5 game lead over the Mariners. Houston is 68-58. The Mariners are 64-63. So do you think they have that in the wraps? They have that on lock?
Yeah, I think they do. And this was crazy. And I know know y'all not gonna like this. I know you're not gonna like this. Houston continues to show us maybe they weren't cheating. Maybe they weren't cheating because since the scandal, they still knocking the hell out the ball. Like no trash cans, no iPads, no smart TV. Now they are still one of the best hitting teams in baseball. So maybe we made too much about it, dog.
What was it like? Was it like the Patriots? Remember that year when they were cheating and Mangini was like, look, you do that to me, I'm tricking and telling on y'all, telling everything. And sure enough, and what the Patriots do, you know what? Oh, so we cheating? We about to run it up on y'all. And we're 16-0 in the regular season.
I'm just saying, man. Like, because I don't see nobody beating on no trash can, and Altuve and crew, they still knocking the ball all over the yard. So I mean,
right? Yeah. Now the NL East, Phillies have a 6-game lead over the Braves. They're 73-52. Shout out to the Braves though. With all of the injuries they have, they're still 9 games over 500. So that's a lot. You know, so that's good. Mets are 2 games behind the Braves. Like I said, the Braves have won 3 in a row, and they've won their last 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Phillies have lost 2 in a row and lost their last 6 out of 10. Is it possible? Because the Braves do this around this time this year. Is it possible the Braves can come back and win this division?
I don't live the Mets in first place. We just like running the Mets.
Right.
The Phillies kind of got a little voodoo on us, but we need the Mets. You know, we need the Mets to be like 14 games up, and then we just go crazy. But
y'all go to Braves going to 12-game winning streak. Yeah, easily.
Oh my God, they'll win 25 out of 30.
Right,
it's crazy. Like, and then they find so many ways to win. You be like, man, bottom of the 8th, man, we down 8-0. Man, I'm gonna cut this off. Yeah, then wake up 9-8 Braves won.
How that happened, yo?
Like, hit back-to-back grand slam.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. They need the best to be.
This stuff that ain't supposed to happen. Like, so I hate that the Mets not ahead of us. It seems like we play better when the Mets got a big lead. So.
Right.
And maybe the Mets playing possum. Maybe like, look. Maybe we'll play better if we not letting the Braves.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of psychology going on.
Yeah, a lot of psychology. All right, NL Central. The Milwaukee Brewers, they're a
very good baseball team.
Yes,
very good baseball team, dog.
11.5 game.
They swept us last week too. They swept us.
Yeah, man, they won 6 in a row as well. So, yeah, Milwaukee is a good team. And in the NL West, the Dodgers has a 75-52, the best record in baseball. They have a 3-game lead over the Padres. Padres figured it out now.
Yeah,
they figured it out, Mace.
Hey man,
they figured it out.
Padres, listen, Padres, them Diamondbacks.
Yeah, they 1 game behind the Padres.
Oh, that division, the West, is gonna be very exciting to come late September. Very exciting, dog. Very exciting.
And you know, you missed this because you look at where it is right now. This is what we grew up on watching. Especially when they had a pennants and everything. When it came down to it, it was always teams vying for that. You know that because if you didn't win the division, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you was out. What no playoffs?
See you next year.
No wild cards, no play, no none of that. It was just two
winners. Everybody else.
Yep.
Next year, get yourself right.
And think about it. It was only 2 divisions then too. So it was each conference or each league, it was 2 divisions.
I hated the Braves were in the NL West. I hated that. Like, no, why are we in the NL West?
Right.
Why do we have to play the Dodgers 50-11 times? I'm tired of seeing Orr Dazzle.
Right. All right, so let's look at this wild card. Right now, you got Baltimore, Kansas City, and Minnesota in the wild card.
Yep.
Red Sox are 3 games behind them, trying to get in, and the Tampa Bay Rays are 6.5 games, behind the Twins. So Red Sox, maybe I don't think they have enough. Do you agree?
Yeah. They since the All-Star break, they got a losing record. I can't remember their record, but they hadn't been winning much since the All-Star break. So we might start seeing the beginning of the end for the old Boston Red Sox, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happy.
And in the NL wild card, you have the Padres, then it's Arizona, then it's the Braves. Now, the Mets are 2 games behind the Braves, and Giants are 4 games behind. Cubs, believe it or not, are 5.5 games behind the Braves. And like you said, psychology, Mets, they would love that if they could come back and steal this and come back and win. I mean, and there's a lot of baseball left. But I definitely see. I don't know if we could. I don't know. Giants might make a run, but usually around this time.
Go ahead. Tell you what, the person, Ralph, because we said this at the start of the season, basically about the Braves. It's World Series of bust because they had they checked all the boxes,
right?
And it's not time to panic yet. But it's a slight possibility, dog. That we might miss the playoffs. This team could miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that would be so crazy.
It would be crazy. But with all the injuries, man, it's kind of understandable.
It is, but you just
it's still crazy to see that
high hopes
so
for
much
this
potential.
team.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. So who's the team you think making this late run?
Dude, so for me, I'm gonna tell you, and I don't know if it's because I want some Ken Griffiths to work today. But it's something about the Mariners I like, dog. It's I can't put my finger on it, but it just I look at this Mariners team, and I'm just like, they can catch fire. It's just something about them. The Royals, some days I like the Royals, some days I don't. Some days I like the Twins, sometimes I don't. So it's just but it's just something about the Mariners, dog. I got my eye on Seattle. It just seems like baseball should be played late in the Pacific Northwest anyway.
Yeah, sometimes
it's just playoff baseball in America, but it's it just seems like they go together. Them uniform, the emerald uniform, when they wear the all gray, or when they wear the emerald jersey with the gray paint. So I could be biased, though. I could be biased.
I don't think they're going to win a division or anything like that. But believe it or not, and it's just one of those things, like you said, with the Mariners. It's one of those things with this team right here. I feel like they're going to make this run because they usually do things like this, and it's the St. Louis Cardinals. I just, for some reason, they always reach deep in the bag and find some way to make this run, to make this magical run and get to the playoffs and mess everything up. I just.
Only thing, and it's so crazy, and it's funny you talk about the Cardinals. I can't remember what I was doing, but their schedule the rest of the season, murder was rolled out. So I'm like, who did St. Louis? Who did the schedule at the end? They got these multiple trips to LA. They got
right. Playing Milwaukee and
who did this to their people?
But you know what? That would be and that's the thing. Say if they get on a run, for them to beat those type of teams,
and we've seen them do it.
We've seen them do it.
I got to tell this story before we get out of here. Mm-hmm. It was the year that the Cardinals stumbled into the playoffs, and they came here for that wild card game, and they put up 11 runs in the first inning.
Yep.
Bruh, me and my brother have probably never been drunker, if that's a word. It should be more drunk, but we've never been more drunk. Dude, we watched the Cardinals bat around in the first inning. It felt like a little league game because like very rare do you see playoff baseball a team bat around with a damn leadoff batter coming back up again. His jersey's already dirty. You're like, what in the hell is going on? Dude, when I tell you we wore the Bill man out, like, dude, just stand right there, dog. Just stand right there. Stand right there. So yeah, man, the Cardinals, man, like I would never be shocked. It's something about I don't know what it is about the freaking red birds on the front of that jersey, man. But bruh.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, like I wouldn't be shocked.
I say, dog. Yeah, it just seemed like they always do this, always mess up something. They're going this big run. Even when the time, I think one year they just missed it, but they went on a run, won 7-8 games in a row and scared everybody half to death. And that's just what they do. So they have the greatest fans. And so I'm just.
They do, man. I actually got to go to a game. I was
with the Busch Stadium before.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I didn't want to go. See, let's start with that. Didn't want to go. We were another reason I'd never fly buddy pass. We were going to Vegas. Connected fight for St. Louis. Bro, we were stuck in St. Louis for a day. I was like, damn, we're not staying at the damn airport all day. The Cardinals playing. Moseyed on up under the arch. We went to Busch Stadium. Yeah, man. Got to see a St. Louis Cardinals game, man, live. I was like,
I've been there when Busch Stadium had the AstroTurf.
Oh, that was regular turf.
80s.
Vince Coleman and Willie McGee.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I went there then, man. Watched
Ozzie Smith.
Whitey Herzog.
We were the Cardinals, so I'm kind of partial to the uniform.
Hey, this is when the joke in St. Louis was, if you seen somebody black, it was corny, but it was funny. Then we saw it say it when we was little. Little girls didn't even watch baseball. Shut up. That's why your mom looked like Blackie Herzog. Like that was the joke when we was little, dog. If they were I just remember that. I don't know why it made me think of that.
Damn, it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, dog. But yeah, man. But yeah, Busch Stadium, like I said, fans, St. Louis, very passionate fans, man. Like baseball.
No, they eat, sleep, and breathe baseball.
Yeah, bigger than any other sport. That's probably why they don't get a basketball team, even when they had a Super Bowl team. They still weren't the best team.
Yeah, bro. They listen when them folk packed up. They didn't care. They were like, man, as long as the Cardinals don't leave, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody else can go. Bye.
And still, and we'll end it like this, which is still this should be a trivia question. What's the only team and what two teams, or what's the name of the team that had the same city and same, what would you call it? Mascot name?
Same mascot, yeah.
It was the St. Louis Cardinals football.
St. Louis Cardinals, yep.
St. Louis Cardinals football, St. Louis Cardinals baseball. It was the only team that's done it.
And I hated the St. Louis Cardinals football team. I hated the hair. I still hate the hair. Like, get another bird, man. Like that bird on the side of y'all hair. Ugly, dog. Ugly. I don't think I've ever owned any
Cardinals stuff.
When Garrison Hurst, Garrison was drafted third overall to the Cardinals, and I took all his at this rookie year because he didn't like Buddy Ryan, so I took all this stuff. I was like, you ain't gonna be that long. Let me get all them. Let me get all those shorts, get all this stuff out. Yeah. Hey, and on cue, he wasn't that long. He was out of there.
Hey, shout out to Stump Mitchell, man. That's how we gonna end it. Shout out to Stump Mitchell, dog. Stump Mitchell,
number 30.
Number 30.
Kickoff return, punt return specialist.
What? Stump Mitchell. Yo, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. You know, you gotta remember the old players, man. But you hear the music, you already know what it means. Meaning it's time to let you go. Before we let you go, a couple of shout outs and stay tuned because you might be part of it. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Almighty God for giving me this platform to do what I do, say what I say, make you all happy, upset, mad, want to give me the stop it button. We didn't even do the stop it today, man. Did you have a stop it? I didn't have
Stop it.
Oh, you know what my stop it was? Kirk Cousins said, when I told you he chased the dude all the way down, Kirk Cousins said he ran up to 8. He was at 8. They said they clocked him at 18 miles per hour. Stop it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop the.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, stop it, Kirk Cousins. Yeah,
but,
stop that, dog. Come on, Kirk.
Come on, dog.
Come
on, stop it. But yeah, he said it today. If you would have saw my face,
yeah.
But either or, yeah, man. So, but hey, like I said, I want to also shout out to, I guess, Vincent the Fantasy Guru. We appreciate you for coming on, dog. You know, Dr. Fowler always appreciate you coming on. My dog Mace, what you gotta say, Mace?
Listen, people, everybody listen. When people wear Dallas Cowboys gear in public, dog, they not bothering you. Don't talk to them. Like, I don't want to talk to you, dog. Why? 5 other people have a different team shirt. Everybody want to talk to me.
Everybody want to say something.
It's just a shirt, dog. I don't want to have Dallas Cowboy conversations, man. Leave me alone.
Hey, dog. I get it. Appreciate that, Vince, man. You made it a great show, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, you right, dog. Hey, I want to shout out to my all the listeners, man. We thank Vince, Rich, dog. We want to thank Antoine, Sherrod. We want to thank Cortland. Who else is in here?
All our Weevils.
James Tyus. Everybody who was in here, man. We appreciate Will. We appreciate you all, man. Also, I want to thank my lovely family, lovely children, beautiful children, nieces, nephews, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, grandparents, play cousins. Hey, man, love on family. Let family know that you love them. Love them while they still can feel it, while they're still alive. Make sure you eat good, drink responsibly. Like May said earlier, we got so much sports going on, man. We got WNBA, we got NFL, college football about to start.
Week 0, baby. Week 0 that weekend.
Week zero. Major League Baseball. We still got boxing. We got UFC.
Overload.
We got it all, man. Hey, until then, next week, same time, same show, same crazy whole same sports nonsense. When you miss me, I'm out. Peace. I gotta wait for the break, y'all. Break brings back old memories.